Very nearly 11:10. Oh, now then. How do you get yourself out of bed first thing in the morning? Is this you? Do you wake up full of the joys of spring? Or is this you? That's my wife. I shouldn't have said that. Why do we ask? Well, there's a headline in the papers today. Zombie workers don't wake up until 9:40 a.m. You might have a colleague who's a zombie worker. Somebody who wakes up miserable, gets out of bed on the wrong side, and doesn't even wake up in the office till 20 to 10. Do you recognise him? Or her? It's got us all thinking. Anyway, how do you get up in the morning? What's the best way to wake up? Are you a leap out of bed type person like me? Or a snooze button merchant trying to eke out every last minute of sleep? We'd like to hear from you this morning, but before you do, while you consider it, let's talk to Susan Lee. She's our sleep expert. We love having her on. Let's get her on the show now. Susan, good morning.
Good morning, Malcolm.
Which one are you? Are you a leap out of bed merchant or a zombie?
I'm probably more a leap out of bed person, though I must confess there are times when you think to yourself, oh, I'll just take another 5 minutes, you know?
Yeah, sometimes I like to take another 5 minutes, but my wife criticises me because I get up and I'm awake straight away. Bang, I don't need any time to come with it, come round.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think with regard to this, when you think that 90% of adults say they don't get enough sleep, it's no wonder that people perhaps struggle to get up in the morning if they're feeling a bit raggedy or they're grabbing as much sleep as they can because they're perhaps going to bed too late or they're stressed out about things.
Celebrity Big Brother. That's what's keeping us up in our house. I know it shouldn't. I shouldn't watch it, but I can't resist it. Is there a secret to waking up then, Susan, do you think?
I think certain things can help us. I think that I've got a few ideas in my mind, and one is a sensible one where we prepare the night before, particularly the people who have to get up early or they have to get a lot done in the morning before they even leave the house. So things like preparing the night before, but some people find it useful to put their clothes out so they know exactly what they're going to wear. Some people will put a mug out or a cereal bowl or make the packed lunch the night before they go to bed so that they have less to stress about when they actually wake up in the morning. Some people have got a lot of things that are going on in their lives and maybe a list so you clarify your thoughts before you go to bed so that you can sleep better. And then maybe set your alarm for 30 minutes before you typically need to get up so that you have time and you're not in such a rush. You're able to eat some breakfast. You're able to hydrate. You maybe even have the luxury of 5 or 10 minutes to do perhaps a little bit of stretching or yoga. Have a refreshing shower with citrus fragrances because they can be very stimulating and get you feeling awake and zingy before you even leave the house.
You might not feel like doing a bit of yoga or a citrus shower first thing in the morning, though. You might just feel grouchy and horrible.
But I do think that the quality of sleep that we had is a huge influence on that. And so perhaps winding down. So it's backing up a bit and thinking it's not the getting up in the morning for some people. It's the quality of sleep that they've had before that, which is often something that we actually don't think about. We take it for granted. So the whole thing about having a cool bedroom, going to bed at a reasonable time, you know, not doing work till the very last minute and then crashing into bed exhausted and thinking you're going to sleep. I think the whole thing is about a whole balance in life, a whole mind-body balance thing, sorting out the things that we're stressed about as best we can so that we are more in control and that when we do wake up, we're actually not so overloaded with debris and detritus that's carried over from the day before and we're just on a treadmill. And I think that's what a lot of people feel.
Right, so the key to waking up refreshed and not being a zombie is actually in getting a good night's sleep in the first place.
Getting a good night's sleep, and also, as I say, perhaps preparing the
Yes.
things that you can prepare for the day ahead so that you're not as stressed out about the day ahead. You've got your clothes there. You can take time to have a bit of breakfast, perhaps. You can take time to get yourself moving. And if you have, I find a lot of people who have a routine when they wake up in the morning and everything's kind of there, they go through that in a sort of autopilot state, but they're able to wake up gradually
Yes.
as they're going through those processes, which can be a massive help.
However, after all of this, you might just not be a morning person.
That's the truth. That's the truth. And sometimes we have to do things that we're not comfortable with or as comfortable with, and needs must. And sometimes it's about just taking the bull by the horns and saying, okay, this is where I'm at the minute. This is what I've got to do. I can't change my job. I can't get rid of the children or whatever it might be. I have to do these things. And again, being supportive so that you don't pile too much pressure on yourself and you get yourself moving as best you can and gradually come round. Being organised, having a system, supporting yourself, these are all keys to being as successful in whatever area you're at this point in time.
I hear you. Susan, thank you very much indeed for your time and expertise as always.
My pleasure.
Sleep well. I know you will. She does. She's not a zombie worker. Do you sit next to a colleague who is a zombie worker? You know, you can't speak to her until about 20 to 10. After 10 o'clock, you might be all right, on safe ground, but before then, God blimey, it's like this. That's a zombie worker.